Straight out of our prestige collection comes one of the most special and certainly one of the most highly spec'd examples of the astonishingly good McLaren 650S in the country. A 2014 shaped car with, of course, that 3.8 litre turbo aspirated engine. We'll come back to that engine in a second because it is a thing of beauty from an engineering perspective, and being finished, of course, in Verde Mantis, a stunning colour on this car with those very complementary and equally rare, if not more so, McLaren 675 LT seats, including also other parts from a 675 LT as well, such as the carbon side vents, the extended paddles for gear shifting, and even the engine cover itself. That is in addition to even more extras, which we'll get to in just a second. This naturally has a full service history behind it, as of course you would hope for. It's just been serviced as well, with a new driveline damper fitted, new header tank, new transmission clutch fluid as well, and new tyres, Michelin PS4S's in particular, with alignment all round. Now, in addition to its, frankly, tremendous performance, 640 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque, even in standard form, standard of course being a very relative term for a McLaren, these cars can hit 60 miles an hour in 2.9 seconds with a top speed of 207 miles an hour. And for under £90,000, even with all of its extras, its history and its spec, that means that quite literally this car for a fraction of the price can wipe the floor with vehicles which only a few years ago would have still been the absolute pinnacle of the supercar world. And of course McLaren took what they learned from their comeback star, the MP412C, and refined it even more with the 570, then with this one, the 650S, and you could make an argument, quite a strong one in fact, that the 650S might be the strongest all-round McLaren vehicle you can get in terms of value for money, because as mentioned, it takes what was already so good, so undeniable about the 12C, and really refines it almost to the point where you can't realistically make it any better. You can make it more powerful, you can make it faster, but much like Pagani with the Zonda F, Koenigsegg with the CCX, and various other brands too, there's that point where everything just comes together perfectly, and that could well be the 650S. Now, in addition to, of course, that fantastic history and its performance, it has PPF fitted on the front with ceramic coating on the paint as well. Of course, it has that carbon pack, as mentioned, all around front and rear bumpers, side sills, the 675 LT carbon on top of that, and of course that gorgeous interior with the both Alcantara and carbon fibre. Incidentally, for those who are unfamiliar with Alcantara, it is itself essentially the carbon fibre of fabrics, being the lighter weight, even more exotic kin to suede. In addition to that though, it's not just a track day toy, and this goes back to why we said these are such fantastic cars, which are so loved by their owners, and that is that you can genuinely use these more often than just on the average track day, or maybe once or twice a year in perfect weather. This car can be used pretty much whenever you want to, because it has front and rear parking sensors, reverse camera, soft closing doors even, of course that raisable nose which helps you to get over speed bumps without even giving it a second thought, the Thorny Motorsport springs and spacers, which gives it a fantastic looking stance and even sharper performance through corners, custom downpipes as well, and of course you will have heard just how stunning this sounds earlier on in the video. So in addition to looking fantastic and sounding fantastic, it actually has the performance to back that up as well. And once again, with all of that spec, being as it is barely a 39,000 mile car anyway from 2014, it's not only a vehicle which is, as mentioned, one of the best specs and one of the highest spec examples of a 650S in the country anyway, it's one which is fantastic in terms of value for money and ready to use. So if you would like to reach out regarding this McLaren 650S, of course you could send us an email to the address shown here on screen, or of course give us a call on 01749 871 155, or alternately on our mobile number of 07482 267 439.